All right, I'm back for another one. Jeez Louise. Good thing I have an understanding wife. I got that Jimmy in the garage. I'll let you guys know what's going on with that thing. Some more stuff out here. Bunch of parts for sale here. So the Jimmy is inside. So let me get you up to speed about what exactly happened here, because when I bought it, it started and ran okay. I mean, this thing runs okay. You know, there's stuff you want to do to it anyway, just from its age. But one of the things that it did is every once in a while the starter would kind of not engage the flex plate. So I thought, well, maybe I got a bad starter. And probably about the fifth or sixth time, I thought, what is going on here? So I crawled underneath, and well, actually, why don't I just take you under and we'll have a peek together. You can see what I seen. Oh boy. Okay. So what I seen was this ring here on this flex plate. She's worn down pretty good. In some places worse than others, but at any rate, this starter doesn't want to engage. So when I come down here and I look, and I'm like, wow, there's a brand new starter on here. Isn't that something? Yeah, that's something, all right. Hey, why is this tranny line cut here? It's almost as if somebody had to get this line out of the way so they could replace a starter, maybe. Look at this transmission fluid all over. Anyway. And do you think there's room with these headers? No. So anyway, I went to go pull the starter out, and it's all shimmed up, and so I pulled the shims out and tried it. That didn't work. So then I, measured it. It's supposed to be 1/8 of an inch between this and the starter of the gear. So, but anyway, I got her all measured up, got her good. Go to fire it up, doesn't work. This guy's got to go, and this guy's got to go, and I want to change the camshaft and so on and so forth, and I want to change these lines, and I want to change these headers. So I decided I'm just going to pull the motor out and be done with it. So that's kind of like where we're at today. I'm going to pull these headers off, pull this exhaust off. I have a new exhaust for it anyway. So we'll pull this stuff off. We'll yank the motor. We'll change out this flex plate, and maybe while we got it out, we'll do a little bit more. I do have a camshaft for it. Why not? Let's throw a camshaft at it. I do have a new distributor and plugs and wires, cap rotor, all that good stuff. Why don't we throw that stuff at it too, reseal it. I even have a set of rebuilt heads sitting on the shelf. Why not rebuild the top end, really? Let's put a cam, lifters, new heads, reseal it. We'll have it apart, so it doesn't make a lot of sense to me to not do this oil pan, although it doesn't seem to be leaking. But if we take it, we put a new timing chain and gears in there, we got to break that seal anyway, so may as well just get that done too. At any rate, let's go back up. So yeah, that was a bit of a red flag that I missed. It also has that, I don't know if you can see it or not, it's got a shield on the starter there. Yeah, that's not very good. If you can look how mangled up those headers are to make them fit, they're pretty squished in there. I don't think these are the right headers. But at any rate, we'll get them out of there. And we'll get, I think I'm just going to put regular exhaust manifolds on here because, truth be told, we're not building a race truck. And I really just want a good running machine to kind of pass on to the next guy. We got some repairs to do in the floor. We got some floor supports, possibly a body mount kit, blah, blah, blah. But first things first, we'll get this motor ripped out. We'll get a few things swapped out on it, and we'll get her back in there. I did order up new lines for the transmission lines, and I'm kind of thinking I might want to replace those lines before I put this motor back in. You can see these are kind of mangled. Can you see them there? It's these guys here. Pretty mangled, eh? I don't know what the heck he's got going on there. So I ordered some pre-bent ones from Inline Tube. And while I got the motor out, it'd be so much easier to replace those lines back on the tranny side. I'd be crazy not to do it. And then have them in place, put the motor in, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I think I will get you guys set up on a tripod on a time lapse. No sense making you watch the whole thing live. We'll get you guys set up on a time lapse, and I'll get to yanking this thing out. I'm not sure if that engine hoist is going to work for me here. I guess if it doesn't, we'll just go rent one, I guess. I don't know. The motor has to come out, so we're going to do it. Man, I am not into this today, but we're going to get after it anyway. So I went down below, and I'm draining the rad. You can see it there bouncing off the steering box and down. I also decided to drain the oil. And when I did, I found out I have a stripped oil pan. So yeah, the oil pan, bolt itself is fine, but the pan is stripped. So that's okay. That's an easy enough thing to swap out. I am going to get you guys set up probably like right here. Maybe a view like that. That's not too bad, is it? What I'll do is I'll get this fan shroud out of the way, get these hoses off. Maybe I'll pull that rad out, and I'll start stripping everything down and get this motor ready to pull. I'll put you guys on time lapse for that, and then maybe I'll bring you back when I crawl underneath, go through some of that stuff, and then I'll put you on time lapse for the end of it. So yeah, I'm gonna get this guy yanked out, and we'll get started on that right chicken Louie. Okay, where have you guys been? Let me get you caught up a little bit here, okay? Let me wipe that lens for you. That's better. Okay, so we get the rad out, we get the shroud out, the fan out. I got this header unbolted for the most part. I think I still got one bolt on the end, maybe not. This header is unbolted, but she ain't coming out. I got the exhaust unbolted on the bottom. I don't know. You guys familiar with a flange like that? An exhaust on a header? That's a new one to me. I'm not familiar with it. Anyway, I thought I'd save you watching me unbolt these headers 1/8 of a turn at a time, and same thing with the exhaust down there. I took the fuel pump out, so I have access to the motor mount bolt there. Just gonna take that one out. We still need to break the engine from the transmission, and we got a bunch of wiring. We haven't touched any wiring yet. Starter's still wired up, alternator's still wired up, distributor's still wired up. So we got a bit of work to do yet. I'm gonna try and see if I can weasel this guy out. Maybe I'll take those plugs out first, and then I will take you guys down below and we'll disconnect the torque converter, and maybe we'll do these motor mounts at the same time once I get these headers out. I'll throw you on time lapse for that, I think, so hang tight and I'll put you back where you were over here somewhere. Okay, hang tight. Okay, I don't know if you're familiar with this guy. This basically it turns the flywheel, or in our case a flex plate, right? So the way it works is it just kind of grabs on there like so. A little hard to do one-handed. I think every YouTuber has to say that at least once a video, eh? A little hard to do one-handed. Okay. So anyway, spin that. It helps to spin this guy around. If you've ever had to spin this around without one of these, it sucks. I don't remember what this was, but it wasn't much because I own one and I'm cheap. So let's go ahead and I'll start trying to take these off. So there's a bolt back here. I believe it's going to be a 9/16. Let's check it out. Yeah, it's a 9/16, so I just grabbed the wrong wrench. Okay, so sometimes it just wants to spin, and it doesn't help that I got all the spark plugs out, so there's no compression holding it, right? So we'll go ahead and we'll just hold that there. I believe there's just three on this guy. Oh, gotta get one in the back here too. There we go. 3. Those are off. Now we're no longer connected from here to here. But we still have, I think it's 6 bolts holding us. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 4 on each side. Well, let's get going. See what we got here. Where can you guys sit? I don't know. Can I put you back here? Does that work at all? Well, sorry, I guess you guys kind of missed that, eh? Oh. Little improvising there. 17 feet of... Anyway, probably won't bore you with the other side. It's pretty much carbon copy. I'm going to crawl over there, do that. Then I think I'm going to have 2 bolts up top. These motor mount bolts. And this is wiring, and we're going to tug this puppy out. So hang tight. We're almost there. Alright, back on the struggle bus. Let me show you what we did here. What I do. I have no help. So, with this inner fender well out, there's room for a fat old guy. So you can actually get in here, reach behind there, and take off those 9/16 bolts. So there's 2 over here, 1 at the top. On the other side, we got the 2 bottom ones and the top one. On this side, I wasn't able to reach the top one, or this one actually, comfortably. So I climbed in and I was able to take it off with a wrench, no problem. So we're now unbolted from engine to transmission. I got this plate on here. It just goes on with 4 bolts. You can buy this at Harbor Freight or Princess Auto. I think I bought this at Princess Auto for about 20 bucks Canadian. So down in the States, that's probably, what, $1.80 or something? I'm not too sure. On this side, so this is all unbolted, same as the other side. I also took out that motor mount bolt, which I got to do on this side. I got to take out the motor mount bolt, and then we're pretty much ready to pull this guy. For wiring, we're unwired from the distributor, of course. Distributor's off. I got the wire off of the oil sending unit there. Wire is also off of the temp sending unit. We are still wired up to the starter. I just can't access it. It's got that silly shield on there, the headers. I can't even get the starter out. So I'm just gonna wait till I get her up in the air and we'll go from there. I guess I should disconnect these heater hoses too. Yeah, I'll get you guys set up here and we'll get that motor mount off. I'll pull these heater hoses first. Okay, I'm gonna take this wrench and go set it up on the other side. And with a little luck, it'll stay and we can get that thing off. This will be much easier with a friend. Oh shit. Oh, this is gonna suck. Oh. Okay. Just so we're all on board. We're all the way out here. No, we're not supposed to be. But we are. I can't reach otherwise. Maybe I should have tried going over the side. I don't know. This is where we are. This is what we're doing. So we're hooked up on the center hole. I think we got everything. Well, we don't. I still got the power steering hooked up. Let me disconnect that and then we'll come back. Try and get some of that anyway. Should be free from the transmission. There we go. Oh, perfect. Great. Okay. Okay. Let's try again. Really should have shortened that chain. So, we can consider the throttle cable tested. That's good. Very strong throttle. So, after actually removing the header, removing the shield, and seeing that wiring for the starter, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little concerned. I'm not so sure that this ring gear is so bad after all. I think I may have had other issues. So we're going to find out right now. Is this starter hooped? Or is this battery hooped? Oh. Kind of engages. And now it's stuck in there. Still sucks. So I'm glad we're changing it. Okay, so I don't know, it's been 2.5, 3 hours of up and down like burpees and doing our thing. But the engine's out, it's on the stand, we can start getting into it. I think I'm gonna leave it for today. Kind of late getting started on this, and supper coming up, wife's coming home from work. So instead of pissing around out here all night, I think I might shut her down. Spend an hour just kind of cleaning up, getting the floor clean, get these tools put away, get some of this garbage put away, and I might even tidy up under the hood here, just get her looking a little cleaner, nicer, take some inventory, see what we got to change. I want to change out that these battery cables is a good start. Maybe clean up this frame, throw a little black paint on it. It's so easy to do now, you know, as opposed to once the motor's back in. I also want to pull these transmission lines. These guys, as you can see, they're trash. I've hit a bit of a hurdle with them. They won't actually arrive while I'm home, so this engine will not go in while I'm home. It's gonna have to, the install's gonna have to wait till I get back. So I don't know if that'll end the video or not. It might, and then maybe I'll do another video on the camshaft and the heads and so on and so forth. Another video on the install. I don't know. We'll see how she plays out. As of right now, I'm gonna cut this part of it anyway short, and I'm just gonna go in and do some cleanup and kind of scrub in along there. Inside the transmission's kind of filthy. Had no inspection plate on there. So on and so forth. I'll get all my tools cleaned up, my nuts and bolts inventoried, and we'll get ready for the next section, which will be coming up, well, to you probably just in a couple of seconds, for me tomorrow. All right, thanks. How's that look anyway? Does that look good? I don't know. It is what it is. Oh, and there's the hood over there. Hey, remember this guy? He's been living outside for a while. He's not too happy about it either. Love this truck. Anyway, I'll be back.